Teresa, thanks for coming and seeing me today. How have you been?
I've been okay.
Okay, last week we talked about some of the issues you're having with your boyfriend and some of his behaviors related to drinking are influencing your decision to leave him. Does that sound about right?
Yeah. Just... I just don't want child services to get involved. I don't want it to like come to that point.
Okay, because you're scared about losing your kids?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are some things that you could do that'll limit that risk?
I just don't always see that I have very many options. Like, my hands are tied to a certain extent.
Okay, why do you feel that way? Is it because your boyfriend's behavior, or you feel limited?
Well, it's just like... What's the question again?
Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that your hands are tied? Is it because of your boyfriend's behavior, that he's limiting you, or?
Oh, no, it's more like... So if I were to leave, how would I, like, cover bills? How would I pay rent? Like, he does all of that.
Okay. So because you're not working and you don't provide, you feel like you don't have any tools to go out on your own.
Mm-hmm, exactly. That's exactly how I feel.
So you kind of feel dependent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can you think of any resources that you might have to help you out? I know you have an aunt in the city, right?
Yeah, like she works and she has some stuff going on. I don't know, I guess I could maybe see what she'd be willing to help me with.
Okay.
I mean, like at some point I can't rely on other people. I have to figure out a way to do it on my own, and it's just really scary. Like, what if it doesn't work out?
Yeah, there may be, quite a few challenges, and I can understand why the thought of leaving would be difficult. But I remember you telling me in one of our previous sessions that you, years ago, left your job to go to school and take a social work program, right? And that must have been difficult. You had to step out of your comfort zone then. Can you see how this situation might be similar to that one?
I guess I kind of see what you're talking about, but I feel like a different person now than I was then.
Okay. Because you're older? Because your friends are different? Because your environment's different? Or?
Well, I think like I was just a stronger person. Then I don't necessarily see myself that way now. Like, I just don't know if I still have what it takes.
Can you identify some of the things that are in your life that are making you feel that way? That makes you feel like you can't do the things you used to do. Like take the risk of going back to school.
It's just been so long since I did anything like for myself. Like my boyfriend just says he wants me to stay at home with kids, and he provides everything that I need, and I just don't know. just really scary to think about doing it all on my own, or I just don't know if I have what it takes.
Okay. So, if things were perfect in your life, what would that look like, excluding the boyfriend?
That I could provide for my children and maybe finish. I don't know if I want to do social work or whatever, but like maybe if I go back to school and do something for me, better my own life, and be able to give my children the opportunities that I never always had.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that if you did some self-care, for example, going back to school and doing something different or focused on you, you could provide for your kids on your own. And you see that being possible for yourself.
Well, I see it as like a perfect world, but the world's not perfect, and I'm struggling to see how I get from where I am. I don't really see how to get there. Ideally, I'd like to get there at some point, but I don't. Right now, I'm just so focused on how to provide the basic immediate needs that those dreams just seem so far away.
Yeah. Like it's so much effort just to do the day-to-day activities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you could break it down and see you could find that first step, the first step that you would take to getting on your own and doing your own thing and finding some new goals, what would that first step look like?
Well, I can't do any of that in the current situation I'm in right now. I don't have any money to go to school. I don't have any money to pay my rent if I'm on my own. I don't have any money to provide for my kids if I'm not with my boyfriend. And he doesn't want me going back to school. So how do I leave if I can't provide for myself and for my children? I don't want my kids to be taken away.
Okay. Maybe what I could do after our session is I could show you a few resources that are in the community, and if you put the footwork in, you can maybe discover that one of them might help you out. Is that a good idea?
Yeah, I can look into that.
Okay. Then what about your boyfriend? What limitations do you have, and when you get away from him, what actions might he take to come and see you? Do you think that you might be at risk?
Yeah, I'm really not sure how he's going to react. Well, I know he's not going to be happy about it, but I don't really know the extent that he's going to go. I would hope that at some point we could figure something out, but for the immediate, I just don't want anything to do with him.
Okay. And you don't feel that you're at risk for going back to him after you leave him?
Well, I don't know, I don't think so, but I'm just scared about how I'm going to do it on my own.
Okay. Well, maybe we can explore some of that in our next session.
Okay, so what are we going to do now, though? Are we going to... You mentioned something about resources.
Yeah, I'll get you some resources that are in the community, and we'll place a few phone calls and get you lined up to meet with some of the, I don't know, Bad at shelters. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I think that might help. But can we figure something? Can you show me what there is about like funding or because like I just don't know how I'm gonna do it on my own.
Absolutely.